Hi, I'm Mrs McTaggart. In this video we are looking at doing percentage increase decrease questions. These ones are specifically without a calculator. The way we would do them with a calculator may be slightly different. So it's all going to be about things going up or down in price. Let's have a look at some examples. So here we've got a picture of a coat. The coat has a 25% student discount and it was originally £70. So our first step is to work out what the discount is. So we need to find 25% of £70. So 25% is the same as finding a quarter of £70. And the easiest way to find a quarter is to half it and half it again, or we could do a little divide by 4 sum. Now 4 doesn't go exactly into 70, so I'm going to add on a 0 here. 4 into 7 goes 1 remainder 3, which becomes 4 into 30, so 7 remainder 2, and then 4 into 20 is 5. So we'll find that there's £17.50 coming off this coat. Now mentally, if you are capable, half of 70 is 35, half of 35 is £17.50. So we could have done it in our heads. Then to find the cost of the coat, we have to do £70, take away that £17.50. I'm laying it out as a sum, just in case we're not brilliant at running to calculations. So 0 take away 0 we can't do. We have to go and exchange that 7 into 6, and then exchange that 10 into 9. And then we've got 10 take away 5 is 5, 9 take away 7 is 2, and 6 take away 1 is 5. So the new price of the coat is £52.50. Okay, let's look at example 2. Lurpak butter. So Lurpak butter has rocketed in price. It's really expensive now. So what's happened with inflation? This butter has gone up by 40% increase. So we're going to start by finding 10%. So if the butter has gone up by 10%, 10% of £3, think of that as 300p. Divide it by 10 to get 10% means that it's gone up by 30 pence if it's 10%. 40% is 4 lots of 10. So we're going to do 30p times 4, which is £1.20. So the new price will be £3 plus £1.20, which gives you a new price of £4.20 for your butter. Astronomical. Let's look at example 3. This time we have some kind of phone for £500, but it's got a 12.5% discount. So do we know what 12.5% is? Hopefully we do. 12.5% is the exact same as 1/8. But there is another way. You could do, rather than doing a little divide by 8 sum, which I'm going to go do anyway, we could half it, half it, half it 3 times over. Half of 500 is 250, half of 250 is 125, half of 125, that's where it gets a wee bit tricky. If you can do it, brilliant, but I'm going to do it using the sum. So I don't know if I'm going to have enough room here. Let's have a look. So 8 into 5 doesn't go, so we do 8 into 50. Closest we can get is 48, so 8 60s, remainder 2. 8 into 20 goes twice with a remainder of 4, so I need to add on some decimals. 8 into 40 is then 5. So there's that 62.50 coming out, which is your half of £125. Okay, so just to remind you of that other method, I said that 50% was 250. I said 25% was 125. And then I said that 12.5% was £62.50. So there's loads of different ways of doing this one. Either way, we then now have to do £500, take away £62.50. If you can do it in your head, brilliant. Take away 60, then take away 2, then take away 50p. Or we're going to go do a sum. We're going to make that 4. The 10 becomes a 9. The 10 becomes a 9. The 10 becomes a 9. No, I didn't need to go that far. That's a common mistake. So 0 take away 0 is 0. 10 take away 5 is 5. 9 take away 2 is 7. 9 take away 6 is 3. And 4 take away nothing is 4. And we get down to £437.50 is the new price for this lovely phone. Okay, I've got one last example. This one is talking about Rob. Rob earns £13 an hour and he's told he's getting a 4% wage rise. So we need to work out his new hourly rate. So to get 4%, we start by finding 1%. Now, that £1,300, it sounds silly, but sometimes if you think of that as 1,300p, it really, really helps. 1% is 100th, which means we divide this by 100. So decimal point from the end is basically going in front of the 13, or use your 1,300 pence. You can take off the 2 zeros. 1% is 13p. Now Rob is not getting 1%, he's getting 4%, so that is 13 times 4, which is 13 times 4 is 40 plus 12 is 52 pence. So Rob is getting an extra 52 pence an hour. So his new rate is £13 plus 52 pence. I'm not going to write out the sum for that one. It's £13.52. So that was the easiest one to add on at the end. So I've got some examples in the next. I did some quite difficult percentages there. So I've got loads of other ones. If it's at the top row are all things, I tell a lie, there's a mixture on the top row of things going up or down in value, and the same on the bottom. What we're looking for in each one is the new price. What I haven't done is a 15%er actually. So a wee tip for 15% is you're going to get 10%, you're going to then half it to get 5%, and then you're going to add the two of them together. And if you want to try them, feel free, pause the video. There are your answers. I really hope this has helped. Thanks for watching.